Riddle me this, Miss Tia, whoever you could be, right? Miss Tia from the show. Whatever. I got a dog named Cooper, right? He's a real young pup. He's a good dog, right? And for some reason, puppies take a while to get used to the house, right? But then at some point, because no matter what, it's not fair to the puppy to think it's going to behave 100% of the time, right? Or deserve to get yelled at if it's a little rascal, right? For, at very least, the first couple months you have him back. Let alone, it's a dog. Sometimes it's silly. And you don't have to hate it just because of that if you decided to buy it for yourself to begin with, right? Not no dog whisperer, right? I don't go, all right? But my approach is acceptable, too. And I'm telling you, see if you can figure this one out, Miss Tia. I'm a Christian. I don't, I'm not a schizophrenic. I like separation of church and state. I don't know about you. But because of that, right, see if you can make heads or tails of it. I got a new puppy. But I also happen to be stuck rotting with my parents at the moment because they raised my rent by 72%, even though I had never missed a payment in 36 months. Technically, no, I missed one once because they were closed on the Sunday, so I handed it in the next day. They didn't even charge, but I was a good neighbor, right? So, at any rate, because of that, I'm stuck rotting here, right? just for a little bit, I hope. I would happily work for free at the kennel if we're housing, right? But, okay, so the dog is real calm around me, right? In terms of energy, Cooper's a good boy. He does not bother me once. He's very calm. He's at home. He sleeps. If I put him in the cage that he doesn't like, usually he's scared and he barks. If I put him in the cage in my room, well, he just goes right to sleep. And if I, he doesn't bark, he doesn't need to pee in the middle of the night, none of it. Now, my dad's a little goofy, but, he's somewhere in the middle. But he, just like the dog, took a couple months to really understand each other, and now, the dog feels at home around him, too. The dog, Cooper made something clear to, let's call him Einhorn, right? Anyway. So now the dog's kind of calm around, call him Ray, right? I do mean Ray Pasquin, my dad. I'm even saying there's a guy named Ray Pasquin, my dad. I don't know what he looks like or what his hair could look like or, the plane, right? But, anyway, Miss Tia, I guess what I'm trying to say is, so now the dog's they have an understanding, and the dog's very calm around him. So now the dog really feels like he has a home, and he's a little less rascally. Now, see, I have another family member. Her name's Roland. Now, for some reason, even though the dog is like that around my dad when alone, and around me when alone, and even now like that when we're, together. Just me and my dad and the dog alone. It's the best, cutest, sweetest pup. But in a second, my mom walks in, right? And, dog runs to greet it because it's a nice dog. It's going to say hi, right? And it does do that. But then it goes nuts and viciously attacks her. And she screams at it, it pulls its tail, and I told you to stop biting. And for some reason, the food bowl, I did feed him already. I meant I was just putting on the second coat, and he ate at 8 a.m. And it's now 2, but I guess you could don't give him too much. He's got to eat a little. So anyway, I wonder why Cooper's just viciously attacking certain people right now. When he's the sweetest pup, why did you get him?